Oh boy. Okay, how are we doing here? All right, that's better. Hey, good morning. There he is. Mr. Short, Mr. Me, Miss Heidi Rose Robbins. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2022. Another year. A whole new, brand new year. Lots of time, lots of opportunities to move and feel better in our lives. So good to see you folks. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mr. John Short. Hi, Heidi Rose Robbins. Three awesome people. So I figured we start out nice, strong mobility stuff. Spent a little extra time on that. We've had actually a pretty intense week of working out so far on Wednesday and I guess all 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Managed to get them all in. And then, so we're gonna do some mobility, work on that, and then we're gonna do some nice athletic stuff to round things out. So let's come down onto a mat, and we'll start in the quadruped setup here. So place the hands, spread the fingers wide, place the hands right underneath your shoulders, and let's just do a nice, easy cat-cow. Breathe it in. As you round that back up, and breathe it out. As you go the other way, breathe in. And just continue that cycle, nice and easy. Just rounding up. As you do this, think about the rib cage. Think about the front of the chest. And as we take it into this cow position, into the arch position, open the front of the chest toward the ground, right? So you're stretching and opening the front of the rib cage toward the ground as you go into that arched position. Now we'll add to that stretch through the upper back. That's the area that tends to get stuck in that upper back. All right, good. Now let's go side to side, our famous side to side one. So we swing the legs over to the one side. We look over that same side at the outside of that foot. Then we go the other side and go back and forth. And so stay on one side. I just want to clarify something. So if you're looking over your left shoulder at your left foot, take your right shoulder and draw it toward your right ear. So it's like you're shrugging on that side, and you will feel that adds to the left-right lateral flexion we're trying to find through the spine. It should feel pretty good. These erector spinae along the side of the spine don't typically get a lot of action. They don't get stretched as much as they need to. Okay, leave that alone. And now we're gonna do our famous connect the dots version of that. So we're gonna go round it up. We're gonna look over one shoulder at the foot. We're gonna arch it down. We'll look over at the other shoulder at the other foot. So continue that. Round, side, arch, other side. Now, if you're good, if you're really good, and everybody here is, you don't have to move the feet. You can keep the feet out of it, right? So the feet are going to stay stationary as the spine takes its excursion around. Up and over. There we go. Nice, up and over. So take your time to find all 360 degrees. And then reverse directions when you're ready. One side into the arch, other side, move around. One side, arch, other side, round. Great move, just great for the whole back as a whole. Okay, nice. Now from there, we'll do a little activation. So let's go ahead and take one arm forward, thumb is up. Take the opposite leg, extend it back, and just take a moment to lift. Lift, get a little pulse up of that arm and the opposite leg. And let's go ahead and place that arm down, that leg down. Same thing on the other side. The opposite leg extends up, opposite arm extends up. We're gonna pulse up. Now when we do that, don't turn that foot out. Keep the toe toward the ground, that's important. Breathe. And then place it down. Let's do the other side again. Pulse again. Extend the other foot. Extend the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it down. Come back. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it down. One more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that toe turned in. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So good. All right, nice. So let's go ahead and take one leg forward. And so we're in a kind of half kneeling position here. All right. So from there, place the opposite hand on the floor in front of the down knee. Right. So you got one foot standing, one knee down on the floor, the hand in front of that knee on the floor, and then we're going to take the opposite hand, right? The hand that's free, and we're going to bring it down and under that one arm, and then up to the sky. Now you can do that repeatedly. If you feel like that's enough for you, you can stick with that, or we can extend that back leg up so that the knee comes off the floor, and now we've got this kind of tripod, and we're opening this arm repeatedly. Find that breath. Extend out that back leg if it's straight. Couple more. 1, down, 2. Go ahead and drop that back knee down. It's down and switch feet. So now if the opposite foot is forward, standing, opposite knee that's on the ground, opposite hand that's on the ground, right? Now we take the free hand. We bring it down and under and then up and back, right? You can do that either with the back knee on the ground or the back knee floating off the ground as I'm doing. If you do it with a float, keep that leg fully extended, right? So we have a nice hip mobility going on here. We have a nice opening up to the thoracic spine. This is 3 of the most important areas. The hip, the glute, hip glute, and hip flexor. And then we have shoulder and thoracic spine. Very important stretch there. Good. Let's come up or drop it back down. And let's come to standing. Very nice job through there. So we should start to be starting to feel a little loose here. I'm going to turn this so we don't have quite so much glare. Gosh, is that possible? I might have to move this back. Oh, my tripod is very heavy. Sorry to. There we go. Good. Hi, Tamara. Good to see you checking in there. All right. So moving on from there. Nice job. Doing some standing stuff here. Some nice standing stuff here. So let's spread the feet apart a little bit and let's go ahead and open the hips a little bit. We got the breath going here. The body's feeling a little looser. Life is slowly waking up into 2022. Lots of 2s here. Let's go the other way. Those hips. Squeeze the glutes as you come forward. Breathe. Nice. All right, good. Let's go ahead into the shoulders. So now look, we've created a little more openness through the chest, right? And you should feel that in the shoulders like already, oh, hey, there's more movement in my shoulders. I'm a little more limber through there. Let's go the other way, up and over. Yes. Wearing my Spartan shirt today as proof. I did the Spartan race. You folks. Everybody has an opportunity to Spartan race if they want to. I might even do another one at the end of the month, as I mentioned before. All right, let's take it out to the side. Golf grip with the hand, squeeze the shoulder blades, little circles. Now look, I want you to think of this move as like really concentrated, right? So we're making really tight circles, really tight kind of fast circles, right? Don't make them too loose and floppy. Tight, right? Really tight and kind of fast. So we really warm those joints up as we're pulling those shoulder blades back. Now let's take the thumbs back. Same thing going this way. Breathe, open up the chest. Nice. Same thing, going fast. Nice, good. Go ahead, drop the arms. Now we'll go opposite direction, shoulders. Here we go. Same thing here. You'll probably feel like, oh, hey, I have a little more range of motion in those shoulders and all. All right, let's go the other way. Take it around the other way. Reach. Yes. Good. Let's get a couple more. 1 and 2. All right. Very good. All right. Let's get a little bit of side bending here, shall we? I like to do this with a slightly wider stance here. Let's think up with that head, growing up out of the pelvis. And let's go ahead and tilt it over sending this opposite hip out the other way, right? Take it up and other way, up and other way, another way. We're staying in the frontal plane. We're not rotating. We are not bending forward. We're staying along this frontal plane. So the hips, the head, the chest, the whole front side of the body is staying in a nice single plane. Same with the back of the body. We want to get that. All right. Good. Nice. That's starting to feel a little better. Some openness through the chest, through the sides of the neck. That's good. Now let's get sagittal plane. Bend it forward. Come up. Oh. Good. All right, and now sticking with our transverse plane theme, we're going to go all the way around. Take it around. Go slow, go slow. Take all the time, right? Look, it's 2022, right? We're like, the year is a brand new baby infant, right? So think of yourself same way. We want to kind of rebuild things, right? Don't be too aggressive with anything. Put your mind in the movement, right? Today's going to be, I don't know, what's it going to be? It's going to be about a, 6 out of 10 in terms of intensity. It's go the other way. So just really take care of yourself today. That's the theme. Take care of yourself, take care of your joints, feel really good. Just take the opportunity to feel really good. I don't know how late people were out last night. I don't know how much alcohol's in the system. I just read an article that said that people who exercise tend to drink more than people who don't exercise. That's crazy. But it is in fact the truth. Okay, go ahead and kick it back. So it's possible that people watching this may have a little higher BAC than usual. That's fine. That's totally allowed. All right. Good. 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 Let's get some external rotation in there. Ah! Love it. Ah, yes. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. 2 more each side. 5, 6, 6. All right, very good. We're gonna go into a little bit. Actually, let's do. First, we're gonna do the double leg RDL. Take the feet to a parallel hip width. Arms right here, elbows wide, right? Big open chest, elbows wide right here. Slight bend in the legs, fold it over, keeping that chest wide. Try to keep the chest up and out, right? And then come up. Keep the chest up and out as we fold, right? So 2 things, chest and hips, right? Chest is up, hips are hinging. Couple more. 1. Bottom of the moon should feel a really nice deep hamstring stretch. So good. 1 more time and go. All right. We're going to do the full Gary Gray 3D Maps series here. Okay. Still working. I know it's quarter after, but we're still working mobility. We still want to just feel nice and loose. All right. So that's going to be the theme for the day. So let's work, since we're in sagittal plane, we're going to stick with that. So let's go ahead and plant 1 foot. Okay. So choose a foot. I'm going to choose my right foot. It looks like my left. I'm choosing my right. You can choose your right or your left, whatever you want. You can mirror me, or you can do the same side. So I'm planting right foot. I'm going to step back with my left foot. I'm going to take the arms. I'm going to drive them down and through, just like that. Then the left foot is going to come stepping forward, and I'm going to come into a forward lunge, and I'm going to come up with the arms. Left foot steps back, arms swing through. Left foot step forward, arms swing up. Let's repeat that. Down and up and down and up. Now let's add 1 more time. Let's go a little further this time. So take as big a step as you comfortably can, come up, and then as big a step as you comfortably can, coming down and through. Let's switch sides. Now my left foot's going to plant, my right foot's going to move. You can go opposite, whatever side you just did, do the opposite. Step forward, swing the arms up. Step back, swing the arms down and through. Repeat, up See if you can use your eyes. See if the eyes can track the arms and hands. Let's do one more. Step it big forward, step it big back. All right, good. So that's good. That's our sagittal plane. Feel that movement through the body, right? Now we're gonna go with the frontal plane, right? So I'm gonna step up with my right foot. I'm gonna have my arms like windshield wipers, palms facing forward. I'm gonna step out with my right foot and the arms are gonna go to the opposite direction, right? So I have this movement here. This leg is straight, this leg is bent, these arms are reaching here. Now I take the same stepping leg, I step across and I go here. I step to the side and bend, step to the other side and bend, step to the side and bend, other side and bend. Now one more time, deep stretch and deep stretch other way. Let's do other leg now. So now my right leg is planted, left leg is moving. I'm gonna step it out, reach deep into this leg, reach over this way. Step across, same thing. Step here, step across, step out and across. Let's get one more, go about as far as we can. Step out and step out. All right, very good. That's the whole body in the frontal plane. Very important action to be able to master well. Now rotational plane, right? I'm gonna plant my left foot, it's gonna step my right foot, all right? So this is my swivel foot, this is my moving foot, all right? So I'm gonna step behind myself, I'm gonna open this right leg up, and the hands are gonna be here, palms facing the ground. Then I'm gonna step across myself, swing around like a door, and I want this action here where this foot is stepping in this weird positioning here, right? So my left foot, my standing foot is pointing forward, my right foot is pointing this way, 45. Now let's step out this way and step through. Let that leg turn, let this hip, this front hip rotate in. We don't want to be hard on that knee. We want that knee to be nice and soft and supported. So we want that hip to be very functional. So you're stepping out, stepping around. Good, let's switch it to the other way. I'm gonna go right foot planted. You go left, whichever one you want to do. This foot is gonna stay planted, facing forward, right? This leg's gonna step behind me, hands are here, okay? Then I'm gonna step through, same thing. Step around, step through, step around, step through, step around, step through. Let's do one more just because it's so awesome, and through. Okay, nice job. Now look, we're gonna play around just a little bit with an alternate approach to this same series. And that is the same series of movements, but now instead of putting weight on the stepping foot, now we're just gonna balance, okay? This is challenging, this is challenging. So we're gonna go all the way back to our sagittal plane. We're gonna keep the right foot planted, and we're gonna take that left foot and step it through and drive the arms up. But look, I'm not gonna put weight on this front leg. I'm gonna do one of two things. If I feel secure that I can balance on that foot, I'm gonna float it off the ground. If I feel like I need a little extra balance, I'm gonna just lightly tap that toe to the ground, right? So there's my forward step. Then the left foot steps back, and I can either tap the toe or float it off the ground, right? So let's go through. Step through, and you see, it is definitely a challenge, right? Definitely a challenge. So you just want that foot hovering off the ground. This is challenging, yeah? Good, let's try the other way. So now I'm gonna plant the other foot. Maybe your balance is better on this foot. So I'm gonna step through, step forward, just a light touch there with that toe. Light touch with the toe in the back. And you feel your range of motion is not gonna be as large, right? It's gonna be more challenging. Now try to do it without touching the foot at all. Oh yeah, good, all right, good. So now let's try the same thing with our frontal plane, okay? So I'm gonna plant my right foot. My left foot is gonna be moving out this way, and I'm gonna reaching out. What am I doing? Sorry, I wanna put the weight here, yeah. So I'm gonna be stepping out this way and bringing my body that way, right? And this foot is not touching at all. Then other way, this way, yeah? So much more challenging, yeah? Or I can do a light touch, it's up to me. I can do a light touch, and I'm gonna go left and right, right? So now I'm working my stability in this frontal plane. Good, let's try the other way. So now I'm gonna plant my left foot. My right foot is gonna be moving out. Right foot's gonna be moving out and then across, okay? Yeah. So you feel it's like the body is like a, it's almost like a pendulum, right? So pendulum one way, pendulum the other way. Your movement quality is not, you're not gonna be able to move as far with these stability variations on this. Good, let's leave it alone. Now, the hardest one of all to do with stability is the rotational one, right? So same thing, let's plant the right foot. And now we're gonna work the same idea. So this foot is gonna be one swinging around, but I'm gonna try to do it without touching. If I need to, I can just do a light touch, right? In fact, let's try one just light touching. So extend the arms forward, light touch here, light touch there, light touch here, light touch there. Now try to do it with no touch. No touch. I cheated there and I touched. All right, good. How'd you do on that one? Challenging, right? So same thing other way. So plant the other foot. Last one in the whole series. This free foot is going to come around. Light touch, light touch, light touch, light touch. And then try to do one with minimal, little to no touching at all. Whew, that's a hard one. All right. Good job. Very nice. Okay, so have a drink of water. We're actually significantly into the workout now. Hopefully people are feeling nice and loose now, nice and balanced. And we're going to run through something that's a little, just slightly more challenging on the muscle building front, just so we don't leave that too long. So we do need a couple of weights here. Ideally, we need a box, something to step up on, all right? And so we're going to start with our weights. Now, if you have heavy weights here, weights that are heavy, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do a alternating overhead press, okay? Okay, if you have weights, you have an option of lighter weights. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do a forward raise with one hand and a lateral raise with the other. Then slowly come down, forward raise with the other arm, lateral raise with the other. So switching sides, up and up. So if you have light weights, this is what I want you to do. If you have heavy weights, I want you to work that overhead press. There you go. Good. So we're doing 90 degrees at all times. This arm's 90 out to the side and the front arm is directly to the front. Okay, let's keep that going for about another 20 seconds on this. This is nice. I'm gonna work on something called a gorilla row. A gorilla row, everyone's gonna be excited because who doesn't wanna look like a gorilla? All right, keep going. Finishing up, just activating those shoulders, nice, easy movement. Fairly manageable kind of isolation exercise, doable. Good, stop right there. Okay, changing over to our gorilla move. Now look, here's what we're gonna do. There's a couple ways of doing this, all right? You can do it on a box. You can also do it on the ground. Now, if you do it on the ground, it kind of requires a little extra flexibility and mobility. So what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do it on the ground, I'm gonna have my weights here all the way on the ground. I'm gonna row one up and the other one up. But that requires a pretty good amount of hip mobility. So if I don't quite have that, I can work on the box, right? So I can come here and I can go row, 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 okay? It's probably something in between those would be good for people, maybe a 6-8 inch box, a stair, something like that. So work on that. Let's go for about another 30 seconds on this move. Nice, sinking here, working on that hip mobility. Give me a row, give me a row, give me a row, give me a row. Kind of similar to our renegade row, right? Fairly similar to that. Let's go for about another 10 seconds. There we go, good. Try to keep the back as straight as you can. This is nice, good. And 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good job. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our weights. We're gonna take our box. Now, if you don't have a box, here's what I want you to do. This is your alternative. I'm starting with the alternative, which is this. We're gonna take it into a reverse lunge with one leg, take it back, come up, give me a press with the opposite hand, then down. Then we're gonna lower that leg, then the opposite leg's gonna go back, reverse lunge, drive that knee up, other arm reaches up to the sky, lower down. Step back, knee up, press, down. Back, knee up, press down. Okay, if you have a box, it's the same move, but we're stepping up onto the box, right? So up, press, lower, and down. Switch legs, up, press, lower, and down. All right? So it's a nice controlled movement. And we're going to keep going through that for about another 25 seconds. Nice and controlled. So we have the press, we have the step back, we have the balance, press the opposite leg. In other words, your standing leg side is going to press overhead. We're going to come down. Other leg steps back. Drive it up, press, and down. Keep going through that. Let's go 10 more seconds. Nice general work for the lower body. And 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good job. We're going to take it into a push-up position now. Push-up position. So from the push-up position, we're going to go leg up to the sky. I know this is 4 in a row. Crazy, right? We're going to lift the leg. Then we're going to draw that knee across to the opposite elbow. Then we're going to bring it back to neutral position, push-up position. Lift, opposite elbow, neutral. Lift, opposite elbow. Now look, I say this every time. And then I'm like, I think I've been clear. And then everyone screws it up. So don't let the butt lift up to the sky when you lift the leg, right? We want to think of the hips as a pivot point for that leg to lift up, pivot point. Not here. Don't make it into down dog, right? It's lifting from the hip joint and then driving across. I realize in yoga, sometimes they do that. They lift the leg and they lift the hip same time. That's okay, but there's different class, there's different attention, and it's a different focus, okay? So let's go for 10 more seconds on this. Lift the leg up, and then draw the knee to the opposite elbow. Good job. And we're gonna go all the way back to our shoulder move. Stop, good job. Okay, come to standing. Take a pause. We're gonna do 45 seconds again in our opposite arm lateral raise. Okay, lateral / front raise. I don't know what to call this. It's something, a scapula raise. Okay, so here we go. Side and front. Side and front. Very good. Now, focus on what you're doing, right? Keep the breath going. Control both the ascent and the descent of the arms. When the arm goes out to the side, turn the hand just a skosh, just a little tiny bit, so that thumb is just a little bit lower than the pinky side, okay? Keep it smooth. I like the breath, add the breath. So when the arms are lifting, we want to breathe in. All right, keep going. We have about 10 seconds to go. Very good. 3 and 2 and 1 and stop. Good. We're going to switch back to our gorilla rows. Gorilla rows. So go ahead and take your dumbbells and either off the box or from the ground. We're going to spread the feet apart, wide. Take it in. Nice sink into those hips. Go ahead and row it up and row it up. The gorilla row. Okay. Keep going through there. Again, it's going to be 45 seconds. We're working with 45-second work sets here. We're about 15 seconds in. Gosh, the sun keeps on messing with my plans. What's wrong with that sunshine, huh? Okay, good job. We got about 20 seconds to go. Keep it going nice and smooth. Keep the back as flat as you can. So we're working the hinge here, right? We're working our capacity to hinge to move at this joint while keeping the back nice and flat. That is a very important life skill, my friends. All right, 5 seconds to go. 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. Take a 15-second moment to transition into the next move, which is the step up into the press or the reverse lunge into the press, depending on how outfitted you are with a lovely step up box. Okay, so let's go ahead and place one foot on the box or just one foot, and let's go ahead and drive it up, knee up, press, overhead, and down. Switch feet. Up, balance, press, down, leg down. Good. Switch feet. Up, balance, press, down, leg down. Switch feet. Up, balance, press, down. Or if we are doing the lunge version, once again, we're stepping back, we're drawing up to balance, we're pressing with the opposite arm, we're coming down. Sorry, screwed that up. Then we're going back, knee up, press, okay? So you'll feel that these movements are a little more precise. We're taking advantage of the balance that we've kind of helped to dial in, to improve, to hone in on in the beginning of the workout. Kind of taking advantage of that with this a little more balanced work. Okay, good. Stop. Let's switch once again to our push-up position, knee to opposite elbow. So go ahead and spread the fingers wide, hands right underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and extend the legs. Find that beautiful push-up position. Lift a leg, drive it to the opposite elbow. Keep the hips low as we drive that elbow in and toward the, or drive that leg up to the sky and then that knee to the opposite elbow, okay? Keep that nice and smooth. Keep the breath going, right? You'll feel these aren't particularly chaotic moves, right? They're more moves that kind of bring the mind into the nervous system. So we're working with more control. Throughout your day, you'll feel, oh, hey, I'm able to reach better. I'm able to move better. I have better control, right? You'll feel these things kind of echoing throughout the whole day. All right, give me 5 more seconds on this. 3, 2, 1, and stop. We're going to go through those 4 moves one more time. So we got our shoulder raise, we got our gorilla row, we got our step up, and we got our abs. So go ahead and grab weights. Nice, easy shoulder move. Think of yourself as a ballet dancer. Take the feet to parallel and shoulder width. And let's go ahead and draw those dumbbells up to their opposite respective sides, right? Nice. And when I'm raising up, as you see, I like to go about to eye level or maybe top of head level. So you can go, I mean, some people go lateral, they're very strict. They go just to lateral. And above that, they won't want to go above that. I like a little bit higher, but I want to make sure that I'm not putting too much effort in the traps in these muscles here that shrug, right? So I want to try to keep the neck long as I lift up. I don't want to shrug, okay? So that's a delicate balance. Okay, we're going for about 5 more seconds. 3 and 2 and 1 and stop. Good job. We're going to switch over into our gorilla rows. And hopefully, again, when you come back to these moves, when you do this reiterative work, you'll find that the later sets become easier. It's easier to find the position. It's easier to find the range of motion. So go ahead down into our gorilla positioning here. Go ahead and roll one side up, one side up, and one side up, and one side up. Try not to keep that back around. We want it nice and flat, nice and flat. If you can't keep the back flat, work off of an elevated surface like a step, right? Or a box, yeah, something like that. All right. It's 2022. We're feeling good. We're feeling integrated. We're feeling whole. We're feeling athletic, right? All these things. So we feel the earth supporting us. We feel, right, this great sphere of movement that we have. We can own this space all around us. Give us 5 more seconds on this move. We're going to work into our lower body. Very good. We have 5 more minutes to go. Good stuff right there. Okay. Reverse lunge or step up into overhead press. Go ahead and take your dumbbells. You can go slightly heavier on this one you're doing before because we're pressing rather than lateral raising. We start the move right here. We drive the leg back. That same knee comes up to balance. And then the opposite arm reaches up like we're doing a layup. Then we come back to our neutral position. Opposite leg steps back. Draw that knee up and press down. Reverse lunge. Press down and continue just like that. We're looking at 25 more seconds to go. 25 more seconds, and then we've got our beautiful ab move. Isolating, moving the hips, getting some nice ab work here, arms locked out. Yeah, this is a kind of workout. It's not really a recovery workout. It's a little more challenging than that, but it's a little less intense than some other stuff we've been doing just because I want to make you feel just really fantastic this weekend. So you feel like you're not exhausted. Good, stop there. Okay, we're gonna do our last move, alternating leg lift with knee to elbow. Go ahead and take the hands, spread the fingers wide, point those index fingers directly forward, put it right over underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and give me a lift of one leg, then draw it to the opposite elbow. So dancing, think dancing here, right? We want precision of movement. Where are those hips, right? Can you find in this plank position, can you find that beautiful line between the top of the head, the mid-back, the hips, and the heels, right? We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this. We want that line. Find the line, right? You can't do this movement without properly activating your stomach, right? If you're doing the movement well, then you are activating the stomach and the glutes properly. If you're not doing the movement well, then those muscles are not doing. So it's a great feedback loop, right? If you're able to complete the movement with the beautiful line, then you're doing the right muscles are doing the right thing, right? If you're wobbly all over the place, it's because the muscles aren't activating right. Great. Let's go for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop right there. Good job. Okay. Take a little pause. Drink of water if you got it. That's 12 sets in a row. Very good. Plus some really nice mobility, stability, activation stuff. Should be feeling just fantastic now with the range of motion that you have, with the sense of control, the sense of owning the space around you, all that stuff. Very, very activated and alive right now. So go ahead and grab a couple dumbbells. I just want to burn stuff out. We can't leave New Year's Day without doing just a little bit of biceps here, okay? So 22, give me 22 alternating dumbbell curls. Ready? Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do your best. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Easy for me to say. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, good. That's 22 for me. I'm just using 2.5 pounds. So if you didn't get that, I understand. It's totally fine. Let's get some kickbacks here. Last one. Go ahead and pause it into the, take it into the hinge position. Elbows nice and tight by your sides. Kick back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hinge. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2. All right, my friends. Good job. Let's do a quick little stretch here. Nice work, everybody. Go ahead and place the dumbbells to the side. Spread the feet wide. Let's go ahead and paint the inside of your sphere. Your inside, your lovely sphere of movement. Right, so paint the whole thing, right? The inside, the back side, the top side, the underside, the side sides, right? Take it down. So we're covering the whole inside of that sphere. Think behind you, right? Behind you, above and behind. This whole area here. Take it behind you. Let the knees soften, right? So you can reach all the areas of that sphere without straining or hurting yourself, right? See if you can find a strategy that allows you to paint the full sphere without hurting yourself, right? You should be able to own it all. All right, very nice, good. Let's get a couple bend and breathes in here. Here we go, stretch it up. Create some size and some openness through the whole front side of you. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out, catch breath, breathe in. Here we go. Hold, sense of possibility, openness toward the new year. Here we go, once again. There we go. Couple more. Last one. Once we're at the top, go ahead and place the palms together. Slowly draw those hands right down in front of the chest. Close your eyes for one moment. Create a little pressure between the fingertips and the palms. Not crazy, just enough so you can feel the pulse points between the fingertips. Slow breath in through the nose, slow breath out through the mouth. Really control it. And sense this vitality you feel at the end of every workout, and that this version of you, this focused, strong, capable, daring version of yourself, you can bring this into the whole year. And this version of yourself is always available to you with just a little bit of movement, a little bit of, this is your touchstone, right? This is your benchmark. This is a place you can return to at any time you want to, right? So this is the you I want you to take into 2022, capable, daring, ready to go, focused, disciplined, open, right? One more easy breath. Step it out, take the arms down to your sides. Nice and easy. Thank you very much for showing up today, Dad. John Short, Tamara, Heidi Rose Robbins, thanks for being here. 2022, let's do this, all right? Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you on Monday. Happy New Year. Thanks for showing up. Take care, everybody.